Hey guys, how you doing? My name's TB, and today we're going to be talking about episode 48 of My Hero Academia Season 3, Symbol of Peace. And this episode was a treat. Let me tell you, this episode was very special because we got to see something that we've been wanting to see since the beginning of the show. That's One for All versus All for One. And even though the battle is pretty short and it looks like it's going to end soon, I don't know, but it just looks like it's a short battle. It's a great battle. It really is because it involves so many different moving parts. You know, the kids, the two Titans, all for one for all. Some of the villains, some of the pro heroes. It's great. And at the beginning of this episode, where we left off, they were at the bar, and Kirogiri got taken down, so there was no way for them to escape. But then All for One comes in, and he just transports everybody with some kind of quirk. I don't know what quirk this is, but later we get a deeper explanation of how it works. Basically, black tar just comes out of their mouth and they all just get transported to him. That's where they all go. And you see the scene after that happens. I don't know, like, he did some kind of blast. I don't know what All for One did. He just basically pushed everyone away, and I thought they were all going to be dead. They didn't say whether anyone lives or dies. In this show, people get hurt a lot, but barely anybody has died. I think this is the first time we might have seen someone die. I think so, because people have died in the past, but not in the show while we're watching it. Best Genius is here. He tries his best, man. He really does. Like he, with all his strength, he manages to save all the pro heroes that are there. He saves Mountain Lady. He saves Tiger. He saves Gang Orca. He saves even Ragdoll. He pulls them all the way by their clothes. He just pulls them away with his strings, and then he tries to stand up to All for One, and he just gets shot with an air cannon to the chest. You see his face. It's not looking good for him. 100% should be dead. Like, I don't think he's coming back for this. After that, we see Bakugo turn up because he got returned to All for One with his quirk, and he's just he's tired, man. He's tired because he's been through a whole bunch of crap ever since the training session in the woods. And you see him, you see all the villains. They're there. You see All for One's face. And Deku, you just look at his face, man. Look at Deku's face. He really wants to do something. He wants to do something, but he feels like there's nothing he can do because he feels like the intense pressure that All for One is giving off, and all the villains are there now too. So it's not just one guy; it's like 6 people. And then Ida just grabs a hold of him, man. Ida grabs a hold of him. He's like, "You can't go. You can't go. I'm gonna protect you. You can't just go. Like, I'm not just gonna let you go and basically kill yourself. Like, you will get one shot by this dude." And then All Might comes out of nowhere like he always does, and then they connect. All for One and One for All, they connect, and I think it's just like 1 or 2 shots, but he basically fends them off. And you got this amazing shot here, I'll put it up right now, of just both of them, hand to hand, duking it out, man. And the first thing that All for One does, it seems like this is the personality of someone who's extremely cocky, but he has a right to be. He starts talking about how it took him forever to get there, how Nomu showed up 30 seconds ago. In the past, you were way stronger than this. You're pretty weak now, All Might. You're pretty weak. And they haven't even begun to fight yet. He just showed up. That's it. And then I have a couple of shots here of his explanation of how his quirk works. Apparently, his quirk is not the same as Kirigiri's quirk. When he wants to transport people, he can only transport the people that he knows to him or away from him. And it has to be to someone that he knows or he has a relationship with. It's not just a random person. That's how his quirk works. So that's pretty interesting. And he has a couple quirks here. When he's trying to fend off All Might, he's got like an enhancer quirk. He's got like a springy arm thing going on. Like, he's got a couple of quirks here. And it kind of reminds me of Hunter x Hunter, actually. Because the way that the superpowers work in that show, it's like they enhance, your body in a particular way, and you just have to develop that skill. But obviously, All for One doesn't have to spend any time developing his quirks because he can just take whatever he wants. Actually, he's trying to get all his teammates that are with Shigaraki. He tries to teleport them away by activating, I don't know, he has some kind of quirk with his fingers where he just basically just shoves them into you and forces your quirk to work, even though like you have no control of your body. Obviously, Kirigiri's knocked out because of what Edshot did. Edshot's a beast, man. He took out almost everybody in that bar. But All for One uses his quirk to activate it, and he activates the gate because he's trying to get everybody to get away, like to get out of there. And then after that happens, you see that he's trying to give advice to Shigaraki, and he's like, you need to take care of your piece, and I'm gonna do my job to help you. This is why I'm here. It's kind of similar to the line that All Might uses. Don't worry because I'm here. All for One is like, don't worry, I'm here to help you. I got you. You take care of your business, and I'll take care of you. So they focus on Bakugo. They try to get him, and he does a pretty good job. Bakugo does a pretty good job of like fending for himself because All for One's not focused on him. All for One is focused on All Might. So All Might and All for One are fighting, and then you had the Vanguard group there. They're all trying to fight Bakugo, and he's doing a good job. And Deku's just like racking his brain, man. He's racking his brain trying to figure out what's the best way that they can save Bakugo, let All Might fight All for One, and they don't have to fight. They can just get out of there peacefully. You see like all the calculations in his mind. He's going crazy trying to do this, and he figures out a plan of what he wants to do. And then he tells Ida, because obviously if he doesn't have a sound plan, Ida's not going to let Midoriya just go out there and do whatever he wants to. So he gets him to agree to the plan. And then I thought that he was going to like explain the plan and then it was going to happen, but it didn't. As he was explaining it, it was happening, which is good because it saves time and we get to see more about what happens in the show. Basically, Ida, Kirishima, and Midoriya combine all three of their quirks to break through the wall and fly out. They use Todoroki's ice to build like a pillar. They fly out in front of all the villains, and after they fly out in front of all the villains, Kirishima is the one that calls out to Bakugo. Ida. Midoriya said that it has to be Kirishima because they develop a bond together throughout their time in UA High School. Because they were pretty close and their personalities are pretty similar, it had to be him for him to call out. And as soon as he calls out to Bakugo, this man explodes like a freaking nuclear bomb, bro. It reminds me of the Full Hauser impact that he did during the tournament. He just explodes out of nowhere and he flies out towards them to catch their hand. And it looks amazing. I don't know who was in charge like of the animation and direction for this episode, but when this happened, it looked amazing. It looked great. I love this part. So after that, obviously Bakugo is safe. Todoroki and Momo, they're safe too because no one's paying attention to them. All their eyes are on Bakugo and the team there. And All Might, surprise, obviously he should be because they're all they came out of nowhere. He didn't even know that they were there. So it's good that Momo and Todoroki came out there safe. Magne, I forgot all about his quirk. During the arc where the League of Villains went to attack the kids in the forest, I thought he needed that rock in order to use his quirk. He didn't. That huge like tombstone that he had, that was basically just his weapon. So he can use his magnetism to pull himself towards people. So he tries to use Mr. Compress, and I think the other guy, the Ninja Turtle looking dude, he tries to throw them to catch up because they're way gone. They're flying out there. So they try to do that. It doesn't work because Mountain Lady uses her quirk to expand and grow really big, and then basically just block them. And you have a nice shot of the four there as they're escaping. It's great. It really is. And then you just have All for One and One for All fighting again. He activates Kirigiri's quirk, and then they all escape. Shigaraki looks pretty upset. He doesn't want to leave All for One. He wants to like prove to him that he's useful, that he's helpful, but All for One's like, no, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm here to help you. So he uses his quirk to throw them all in the warp cake, and they all get away. And then it's just All Might and All for One. And something that All for One says, it's like, when you were first becoming, the symbol of peace that everyone loved, the hero that everyone wanted to like basically worship, he's like, you trampled and you beat a lot of my friends down with your fist. And isn't it ironic now that after everything you've done, heroes are like, because of the way the society works, heroes get paid for the things that they do. It's like they're not. They stood for justice, but now it's different. It's like now all they stand is for money. All for One is basically just trying to question him and see why he's doing what he's doing. And obviously that pisses off All Might, and he's like, you always do this. You always scoff at people and when they're just trying to live their life, man. Like, why don't you just let people live their life? Why you always gotta get in the way and create, like, hostility? And then he charges up, like, he figures out by now, because obviously he's been using the same quirk during this battle. All Might's not stupid. We haven't seen him really fight, So we don't know how he fights. He just usually does his smash, his Delaware smash, his Texas smash, his Oklahoma smash. That's all we really see him do. And the fight is usually settled pretty easily, but not this time. He grabs All For One's arm so he can't warp, and then he punches him straight in the face. But after he does this, we don't, like I said before in the other episode, we don't know how long All Might can use All For One. But apparently, One For All. Apparently he's at his limit, because you see his face. His face is like half normal, half like muscular. And then All For One just says this, which is I don't know exactly what it's supposed to mean, because I don't know too much about the previous One For All user. He's like, oh, everything that you're saying sounds very, very familiar. I must have hit a chord, because it sounds just like Nana. Like Nana said this. She said the exact same thing. And then the episode ends. It looks like All For One wasn't really there. I'm not 100% sure. You see his face. His face is smashed. His face is destroyed. Like, he should be dead. Like, if he was really in that. Maybe he wasn't in that suit. I don't know. I really don't know. But this episode was really great. It had me thinking about a lot of different things. Obviously, Midoriya is good in situations like this, where he's calm, he's collected, or at least in his mind he is. Outwardly, maybe not, but in his mind, he's always thinking of a way to make sure that things end up the way that he wants them to go. And it was hard, because there was a lot of things he had to factor in. Bakugo had to be a certain distance away. All Might had to be preoccupied with All For One. They had to make sure that Bakugo was even going to respond to them when they called out for help. It was great. It was really good. Man. I don't know what's going to happen next episode. It seems like All Might defeated All For One, but we'll see. We really have to see. Thanks, guys, for watching this. Thanks, guys, for keeping up with the series. Again, just a reminder, I don't read the manga. I just watch the anime. So what I know is from what I watched. That's it. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode, because it was a really good one. Let me know what you guys thought of this review, and I'll catch you next week. I'll see you later. Bye.